West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Board meeting, Ascension Parish Courthouse, 300 Homer Street, Donaldsonville, Louisiana, 70346, July 6, 2023, 5:15 p.m. Agenda, number 1, call to order, invocation and pledge of allegiance be done by Mr. Robert.
Thank you, Coach.
You have the prayer.
God, thank you for another beautiful day. Thank you for bringing us all here, healthy, sound mind. Thank you for putting the business in front of us that will help us expedite it for the people and help us expedite the tax dollars of the people for the people in the most fair and efficient way possible. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Mr. Robert. Roll call. Thomas here and Mr. Robert's here. Number 3, public comment period. Anyone wishing to speak on any item on the agenda, you can sign your card and give it to Miss Peggy here on the right here if there's anything you would like to say that's on the agenda. Number 4, accepting the minutes of the West Ascension Drainage meeting, May 4, 2023.
Make a motion.
Your motion to accept the minutes on the West Ascension Drainage meeting, May 4, 2023. At a second.
Actually, hold on for that 1 second. I'm looking at it. If you look at item number 6,
Discussion.
The Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage Resolution to join the Attorney General of Louisiana in litigation against FEMA to challenge the risk rating.
Number 6.
Yeah. Item 6, West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Resolution. It's on the minutes.
Okay.
It's whenever they brought that up to us and we had no idea what they were talking about.
Okay.
But we spoke with them afterward, and what it is a lawsuit with different municipalities in Louisiana and other states suing FEMA because of the ratings that they've given us after the hurricane and after the storm. So this is something we're going to want to be in. If at all possible, if we could write that in on the next agenda today, and we can both vote on it and add it on it to it.
Right, it was.
The last month's agenda that because we didn't have the meeting. Yeah. So we could just go ahead and add it by if you're good with it for the next item. We'll just have a roll call vote. If we both vote, we can add it to an agenda item, and that way we can do it to proceed if they have anything to do for it. Because you don't want to have your people not be able to give the homeowners insurance.
All right, let us, the West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Resolution to join the Attorney General of Louisiana litigation against FEMA to challenge risk rating.
Maybe make it item whatever you want.
Be item, be 6A. 6A.
Okay. And I'll make a motion on the minutes, and I'll make a motion on adding that item.
Okay. I have a motion by Mr. Robert, second by Mr. Thomas, to add the item to the agenda, West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Resolution.
And then a motion on the minutes.
And to Attorney General of Louisiana litigation against FEMA, challenge the risk rating. And also a motion was made by Mr. Robert and second by Mr. Thomas on the West Ascension Drainage meeting, May 4th, 2023. Any discussion? No discussion? Motion passed. The number 5, Chairman's announcement report. I have a few things here on my report. Asking the DPW Director, Ms. Regina Thomas, to come to the podium, please. The tractors, do we have any tractors out?
3.
3 out?
Mhm.
The rotation has been,
Third rotation.
how many we have running?
3.
3 running and 3 out.
Mhm.
Had that put a hamper on cutting the grass, or
We holding steady with
are
it.
we still on time with the rotation?
Mhm.
Okay. Question, Mr. Robert?
These 3 tractors that are out, are they the same tractors that have been out all season?
Yes.
For the same reason we're waiting on parts, or do we have any tractors that continue to,
Well, we had 4 out. We got 1 fixed, so we have 3 now. One of them we waiting on John Deere to come, and the other one is they putting it back together now.
okay, and I understand that, and that's all good. I guess what I'm getting at is if it's to a point where one of these tractors is breaking repeatedly because it's just, it's used or it's worn and it's that time,
Yeah.
let us know, because we don't want to keep, I mean, it's one thing if you're saving money to repair, but when it takes so long to get parts and you're not having 20%,
Yeah.
17, 18% of your workforce available
Okay.
to put on there, then it's something that we really need to look at.
Okay.
If it costing us more than what we constantly repairing it, then we may need to look at getting another tractor.
And I mean, even if it's not, we can't keep having the tractor down that
No.
much, But if we're still in the rotation, that's great. That's a good thing.
We're on
So
our
maybe
third
if we don't
rotation.
need those tractors, maybe we need to sell 2 of them and get a.
No, we need them. Yeah, we need.
I don't know. We only got half of them when we on rotation.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
The rotation and the tractor braking has this been, again, he mentioned it's been the same tractor with the same driver?
Oh, no, I was just asking if it was the same tractor. Like if it was the same one breaking down.
Okay. All right. My other question is the recycling center. How is that taking place?
It's wide open and rolling, pretty steady. Every day we got at least 6, 7 cars come by. So it's pretty steady right now.
And in the recycling center, the thing that I wanted to emphasize, and I don't know if we pay any attention to it, because I get a lot of questions about the tires, that a lot of people is not aware that they can bring the tires to the recycling center 5 at a time, once a day. Is that correct?
Correct.
My other question is the tires that we have that I wanted to get with the trash pickup that's in the city of Donaldsonville, and allow the people that's picking the trash up, allow the people in general to let them know that continue putting the tires in the trash, that their trash won't be picked up. And what I'm saying is, if they got tires mixed up in the trash, that driver that's picking the trash up not gonna get out and take the tires out and pick the trash up. So I'm wanting to make a considerate effort in letting the people know.
So they can't just put it in that truck with the other trash. So technically they can't.
So this a city issue? Is this something in the city?
Well, it's something that we need to recognize also, and let
Maybe
them
we
know.
just make it aware with the citizens.
We
put
make
them
it
on the side or
aware with the citizens and allow the city to let them know also, to let the people
Okay.
know that please don't put the tires in the trash, because they won't be picked up. The trash won't get picked up.
Okay.
Also, the no, I said recycled grade.
On the recycling center with the tires, I think it's a great help having that and getting people over there. But it brings the next question up. How many gas tanks are we picking up or finding on the side of the road or anywhere? And are people bringing any of those in for vehicles? The reason I ask is most of our tires, or most of the tires we've discussed, are being brought in from people scrapping old vehicles.
Mhm.
When you bring your vehicle to the scrap yard, you can't, I mean, you gotta bring back the tires if you bring them in. You gotta bring the rubber tires out. And you can't have a gas tank in there, they won't let you in. So the gas tanks are out with them also. I know I found, and it may sound kind of like a crazy high number, but a half dozen or so over the last few weeks on different properties around in the Gonzales area on some of our properties. So it's something that have we been finding those?
It's not as bad, but if you think about it, for every car you got one gas tank and 4 tires. So we finding way more tires than gas tanks.
Yeah, so about how many gas tanks would you say you found this year so far? Just a roundabout number.
I can look it up. I don't have it in front
Like
of me,
if
but I
it's
can look it up.
20 or
Because some of the
5?
stuff is what it do is some of the stuff that we pick up, we just pick it up with a machine and put it in the back of the
Okay. And I
truck
guess
and
what
haul
I'm
it
getting
out.
at with that is what he was bringing up with mixing the tires and the trash, and I get it. I mean, with the thing with gas, a lot of times that car's old and the gas really doesn't have any, it's really not even hot anymore, but a lot of times it is.
Yeah.
And either way, that gas getting busted or being thrown in there and leaking all over everything else or on the side of the road, that's a lot more damage than just the sight of a tire. We're
Right.
looking at having gas inside of the ditches, and we're looking at having gas or petroleum products in the banks and that type of thing.
I can have it for you at the next meeting.
Yeah, and if it's not significant, then that's great. Let's not make a big deal about it. But if it is, then I think that's something we need to push and ask these people if they are bringing all the tires from the scrap yard, what are you doing with your gas tank? And not as questioning them, but I mean, I'd like to know are there other areas that we can give ideas elsewhere where people don't know.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Also, the tires that I noticed on the side of the road, when we're making a collective effort of picking them up, or we just allowing them just to stay there until somebody bring them to us?
Well, we
Along
actually,
the highway, I'm talking about outside the parish. In the parish, in the city limits, I do see a lot of tires on side the road, on side the ditch or wherever it is, in the ditch. So, well, we have them in the city limits. We got the tires. I see tires on side the road there. And I don't know if we pick them up or the city will pick them up or just they're just sit there for quite some time and nobody will pick it up.
I asked the state's help as well. I know at one point Kim reached out to the state and DOTD went out there and got a bunch of tires picked up off the side of the road. So that's maybe something we can look at doing in the future. Maybe once.
I mean, we did a tire pickup today. We picked up 65 tires,
No,
but
and I'm not
and being
saying
that
y'all
we've
are
been
doing-
having good weather, we
y'all are
trying.
doing a great job.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing a great job. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But I'm in the sense of it's not something that's going to stop
Right.
clearly as of now until we have better education and people
Right.
know more of how to get rid of them.
Exactly. That's
So
what-
until then, it's something we need to stay on top of.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, I know the state's helped us before. So
Okay.
it makes it easier on y'all. Maybe they can come once a year or twice a year and they'll just come along with their truck and their same type deal we do, except.
Okay.
And you all doing a good job with the tires and in mentioning, Councilman Rubin just mentioned about educating the general public about, we are picking up the tires, we're receiving the tires.
Yeah. What we need
other
to do
than
is
just
start
putting them
figuring out
on
how to give people money for the tires. You start bringing me a tire $5 a piece, that'd be easy to do.
No,
that.
we can't do that.
No, we don't have to give the
Yeah.
money. We'll find somebody that,
Right,
somebody gotta have something worth.
I think if we can educate them, go into a little bit more educating them, and let them know that, we are sitting over there on Tebow Drive, waiting for the tires, 5 at a time, and, other than just putting them on the side.
Yeah, I spoke with Brandon Gatlin. We working on putting up a couple signs around areas and hot spots.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, that would help. Thank you. The other thing I had was the ditches in Port Barrel, we have finished, right? We finished digging all of those ditches?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there another hot spot or another spot? I know we have been doing a lot of work digging ditches within the city limits, within our area, on the West Bank. And you all been doing a great job, because that haven't been done in almost 50 years. The areas that needs to be, the ditches that need to be dug, and you all are doing a good job in doing that, taking that in consideration,
Thank you.
especially in the Fort Bear area, back of town, and the different hot spots that we have, where we have the high water. And I think things are looking real good within the perimeter of the city limits in cleaning things up and digging those ditches. So the Fort Bear area is completed.
Yeah, all the cover's been blown out. All the ditches been dug.
And that's another thing I mentioned. I had a lot of the residents appreciated the blowing out of the cover that we did, that we was doing. So
Yeah, I
thank
thank
you.
administration, they let us work, to use the pump truck on the weekends to,
Right.
so that we can get, full days of work out of the trucks, so.
All right, that's it on that. Anything else? You got anything?
Thank you, Regina. Y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And, the more information you can get like that to us and like these reports, we can put them in, or let John Diaz and all the ones that like playing with the computers put it all in there, and we can start figuring out how to get these things attacked most efficiently. So
Okay.
keep it up.
Okay.
All right, we're still up. Stay, discussion of cleaning drainage ditches. We just talked about that. The Castro Road, and the reason I put this on here, the order of the roads, or the order of the ditches, the work orders, on how is it that we are following the procedure of getting the work orders out and doing the work orders. Are those work orders going in order, or are we getting the most timely work orders? And when I say timely, I may have had a work order in for 2 years, 3 years, and we get someone that called in maybe a week ago, and they get their work order, that work order wind up some kind of way, wind up getting done.
Well, we don't have that problem. We just finished.
I didn't say you had the problem.
No, I'm just explaining it to you.
I'm saying that this situation have occurred to where I'm wanting to know, are we following the work order process of getting those work orders done and getting them out the way?
We are.
I would like to have a copy of the work orders from for this month up into December 30th. I'd like to have a copy on those work orders, starting from July 1st up until December 30th. I'd like to have a
Wait,
copy.
say it again?
From July the 1st, in the order that they are supposed to be, the work orders that we are supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
From
So-
July 1st up until December 30th.
Ongoing or
Ongoing, yeah.
so like.
Well, that's what you and I spoke on before. You would have to put a public request in for that information.
I need to get that, I need that from you.
Okay.
I need to get that from you. I need to get it from you. And I don't see a problem with getting
Clarify,
that.
I'm not speaking on either side of it, other than he's not asking for last year. He's asking from this point on that work order's going on.
The work order that's on the list, that we are following the list, supposedly following the list for this month. I don't know what work order we have for this month that's on the list that we're supposed to be
Don't
following.
have that like on the access by the computer where we can look at it anyway? Like we should too, huh? I know we do on the other side on the east side.
Okay, he said we could get an Excel
Yeah, I'm
report.
just saying, that's something that we do have and have access to, because in the same sense, people are calling from those break orders, and they
Yeah.
question and wanna know why and this and that. So that'll give us and allow us to facilitate why it's falling behind, or if it's not falling behind, why that neighbor, this person's not pushing that. You know how things happen, and people see things that happen. They don't see the whole story.
Right.
The Castro Road, where is that in the work order?
David and I are
Talk-
still working on Castro. That ditch is not just one section that can be dug. The whole strip need to be dug out. So David is working on getting signatures from the other residents so we can come in and clean the whole strip out.
And David, it's been a time period on that. They've been working on that for quite some time, dealing with the work orders or with Castro on getting some signatures to try and get this done.
Yeah, but a lot of the residents don't live in Ascension Parish. So he's sending it out and he's mailing it out to the residents that don't live here to try to get signatures for it.
I think we need to try and speed that up. Try and speed it up a little bit because again, I think we're spending a little bit too much time on that situation. We've been on that for quite some time in talking to Mr. Castro about that. And I know David's been working on it, but we need to get with David and make sure that he get on top of it and try and get this done. The other project is the Renard Drive, the work order 6160. And we talked about that. I walked out. I went out and looked at it. And I think it's going to take some attention with a different machine going in that area.
What you mean?
On the
Well,
back-
as I stated, as
backside
far as
Renard.
Renard Drive, we dug Renard Drive. She told you it was in 2022. We dug it in 2021. We went back at the end of the year and we swept it again when she called again. The ditch is in rotation to be dug again.
So you couldn't tell us what, how close is it?
We got
If
one
you're looking at your
operator.
paper.
We have one operator right now.
So it's on the rotation on the paper, right?
It's on rotation.
So in other, we have so many job work orders ahead of the one that you're talking about. Yeah. All right, thank you. Let's go to 6A.
Thank you, Jan.
6A.
We don't need you on this one.
No.
Well, she can stay because we got another one. The next one I'm coming up.
Okay, so 6A is,
Go ahead.
if we go back to the minutes of the May 4th, 2023 meeting, item number 6, we added this item, and we'll just add it to vote and give permission whether, if it's something that we have already joined, we needed to have done that, and we need to approve it anyway. If it's something that we haven't, it will be possibly an opportunity in the future to do such. What's that? No, I know, but I want to be involved in the lawsuit. We have to bring it back and approve it, and in that way, if I'm just saying they can't be involved in it without us approving it. So I want us to do our part to where, I mean, there's really no reason we wouldn't, because essentially I looked into it, and we're doing it on the other side of the river also. And
Well,
it's where we are suing, not we, but the
Let's
Attorney
approve
General
it.
is suing
You make
the,
the motion to put it on.
yeah, FEMA, because they're not taking into account all of the different drainage infrastructure and drainage improvements we've had with the storm, the levees and all the pumping systems, et cetera, which is causing all of the homeowners insurance to either allow homes not to be insurable or drive rates exponential to what they were before. So we'll just add that. I'll read it out and then we'll vote on it again.
Make the motion.
So it's item number 6, West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District Resolution to join Attorney General of Louisiana in litigation against FEMA to challenge risk rating 2.0. A motion, okay, and I'll make a motion on it.
I'll second that motion. Is there any discussion? Any questions? No discussion, no questions. The motion passed. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Number 7, procedure for requesting to have a ditch dug and receiving dirt from the ditch. My reason for putting this on was Regina, Ms. Thomas, was to, what's the process in getting, if you're asking for dirt, what is the process? What is our process of if I wanted to get a load, how many load or 2 of dirt from the parish, if they're digging a ditch? If they're digging a parish ditch, okay?
If the landowner don't want the dirt, as the same, they can fill a whole harmless farm out and then they can get the dirt.
So you have a list, an orderly list you have, or do you have a list? Or
Of
does it
people-
go as, do it go in order?
Typically, I think what they'll do is while they're digging, they'll leave on the property. So they'll do it as close as.
So the ditch, the parish ditch that you digging, if that landowner within that area want it, they can take it,
Yes, his dirt. It's the landowner's dirt.
okay. And if they don't want it, then we allowed to give whoever signed up for it.
Well, what we try to do is go to the closest. Just say if you don't want your dirt and he want it, if you don't want it, then he come in the same way, sign the whole harmless farm, and they get the dirt. We don't have a list of people to give the dirt to. The residents come in and they fill out a whole harmless farm, and then we let the operator and the truck driver know that they signed it, and then they get the dirt.
All right, thank you. Number 8, report, the drainage and vegetation report, Ms. Regina Thomas, Assistant Director, DPW.
The drainage report, we're currently digging on Shake Snyder Road. We have the vegetation crew just finished cutting on Highway 405, starting on LA 943. We are on our 3rd rotation. We're cutting and spraying. We have 3 tractors running, 3 tractors down. The recycle center is officially open. The hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The recycle report is included in your program. The crew went out today and picked up 65 tires in the smoke bin, Highway 18, and the Costa area.
So that's one day you talking about? 65 tires?
Mhm.
Starting from 7 to closing?
I think they finished about 3:45.
And these tires are pretty much all over the place. Levee, side the road,
Yeah,
and in the ditches and so on. Is that right?
correct.
All right, again, y'all doing a good job with the tires, and as I said earlier, I would just wanted to get that information made known to the general public that we are receiving the tires a little better than what we have at this time. And you mentioned that they'll be doing the signs and letting them know, informing them that they can't bring those tires that they have lying around to the recycling center to be processed.
Right.
Right? Okay. All right, thank you, Regina. Number 9, date and time of the next West Ascension Drainage Consolidated District Board meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Robert, second by Mr. Thomas. This meeting is adjourned.